I hated the English language. Perhaps one of the tall tales of my childhood that people can hardly believe. But you speak so well. You're so fluent at it. And yes, I am comfortable with the language now, but I didn't grow up liking to speak it. Every time my mom, who was an English teacher at the time, struck a conversation with me, I would immediately shut down and say, no, go back to Indonesian. I can't understand what you're saying. But lo and behold, after years have passed, English miraculously became the language that I use every single day. From talking with friends, surfing the internet, listening to music, it has been injected into every aspect of my life. And I've never been more proud to say that I can speak my mother tongue and English all together. So, how is it possible that I picked up English despite hating it? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you how creative minds and innovators changed the way I think with the power of language. Now, what comes to mind when I say creativity? Is it a bundle of fresh new ideas that may become the next big discovery? With how the world is currently moving, creativity becomes one of the most important key aspects in developing ourselves for the better. By bringing new ideas onto the table and tackling world issues with creative thinking. However, there is but only one force that will bring these creative ideas to the people, and that is mastering languages. Our media is filled with an abundance of content from creators and innovators alike. It can be in the form of mixing music genres, starting a new campaign, or perhaps making funny videos for the sake of entertainment. And I, as an impressionable young child, saw just how passionate these people are in creating content. But what struck me the most was how English can be used in such an interesting way to express emotions, feelings, and concepts, which brings down to my favorite topic of all, idioms. Now, idioms in definition are words or phrases that differ from the phrase's literal meaning. For example, sorry John, I'm feeling a little under the weather today, which means I'm feeling sick. Or, yeah, that's a piece of cake, which means it's very easy. It's peculiar, it's fun to say, and many English speakers use it in their everyday lives to communicate thoughts and feelings. However, they can't be directly translated. For example, let's take the English idiom, it's raining dogs and cats outside. Imagine if we were to translate that directly to Indonesian. Maybe a lot more people would be raising their eyebrows trying to figure out what that means. But that's not the case in the lens of the English language. The same as how we have the term cinta monyet in Indonesian, which roughly translates to monkey love. An intense but shallow romantic attachment to somebody. But that's not what we call it in English. We say puppy love instead. So you see, learning new languages opens a window for us to understand that there are some things that make sense to a specific group of people. And if we were to understand and open ourselves to more than just one window, we'd be able to think in plenty of languages, developing our creativity and conveying one message in many different ways. We get to experience new cultures, new perspectives, new ideas that we've probably never have thought before. knowing that there is not one absolute way of communicating concepts, like idioms, for example, pushes us to think with an open mind and be free with exploring new possibilities. So, from somebody who despises speaking in English, I have now come to adore it. And I owe that to the creative minds and innovators who showed me that language can be a gateway in reaching people's hearts. So, start innovating by learning new languages. Thank you.